Welcome to my video about Facebook adverts. I've been sat here all morning just deliberating on how best to do this because it's such a massive topic to talk about, which is why I was going to do it last week, but it just took me too long to put everything together, so I'm still working on it. But I thought I would do it in two parts. So I'll do today's video, which is going to be about Facebook advertising, the different types, tips for success, all different things that you're going to want to know about and how to use Facebook advertising for your business. And then the second part is going to be me actually creating an advert for Vintage Tree, my business. And then we're going to see how we get on using me as a guinea pig. So I thought I'd do it in two parts, like I say, because I'm just getting myself in a right old mess trying to work out how best to do this. So let's crack on. We'll start with the basics. It is a very basic, simple guide to Facebook advertising because I understand that it might be quite a new area for a lot of people. So I thought I would start basic. So by no means it covers everything there is to know about Facebook advertising, but it is just to get you off the ground if it's something that you're interested in. Okay, so let's start with what is a Facebook advert. So a Facebook advert is basically just a paid post that businesses are using to promote their products and services. So when you're scrolling through your feed, you'll see loads of adverts popping up. They're on there all the time. My feed is just swamped with them. But you'll notice on the post there's a little word that says sponsored, and that means that this person has paid for their post to be advertised on Facebook. So look out for that and you'll see that that indicates it's a paid post. They do look like normal posts, but they do contain different features, like they've got call to action buttons. So you might see something that says shop now, learn more, sign up, things like that. And again, that's a feature of a paid advert. So should you pay for a Facebook ad? Well, I have resisted it for a long time. I hate the thought of putting money in Facebook's pocket. However, if you want visibility today in this current time, then the answer is yes, we probably should be paying for adverts. And that's because organic reach, which is the amount of people that Facebook naturally show your post to, it's at an all-time low. It's like so low that it would shock you. So it used to be, quite high. Then it went down to something like 6% of people who actually follow you, see your post, which is really low anyway. And then I read the other day that it can be as low as 0.1%, which really, really is shocking. And it also explains why you might only get 3 or 4 people liking your posts. It's really annoying, but it's nothing that you're doing. It's just the fact that Facebook is a business, and at the end of the day they want to make money. So with business pages, they are getting you to pay for posts in order to be seen. So just a little bit more on the difference between organic reach and paid reach. So organic reach is like who your posts naturally reach through Facebook without you obviously paying a penny to them. That is, again, like I say, at an all-time low now. Facebook introduced a load of features a few years ago that's just completely destroyed organic reach for people. And we'll talk about those shortly. But paid reach is basically the reach of the post that you've paid Facebook to promote for you. So you put money on something and then Facebook will basically deliver it to a certain set of people who you can specify. So it is a really good idea, like I say, in today's current climate, because that's where all the money is, it's on Facebook advertising. It's what they're a business, like I say, so they want to be making money out of you. I was reluctant for so long to line their pockets. I really was. But then with my new business that I'm doing, Her Handmade Hustle, I've decided to take a different approach with it, and just try and embrace it a little bit and just see if it can make a difference to promoting some of the services that I offer as well. So so that's the difference between paid and organic reach. Facebook users, I read that something like 66% of Facebook users actually explore local business pages while they're on Facebook at least once a week. So they are looking for who's around. They're probably looking to buy from small businesses. So it's a good idea to put a small budget, I would say, on a good advert. So we're going to talk a little bit now about a good advert and what makes it, and the difference now between a boosted post and creating a Facebook advert from scratch. So there's 2 types of Facebook ads. There's a boosted post, which you might have seen when you've put a post out on Facebook on your business page. There's a little button that says boost it. And then there's also an ad that you can create from scratch, which is completely separate. So let's talk quickly about boosted posts. So you can take a post that's already on your timeline, you can put money on it, and you can boost it to a particular audience. So it's like quite a simple and quick way to get your message out there. And it's still considered an ad because you're paying for it to be shared to a wider audience, so it's still an advert. But with a boosted ad, basically you can determine who it's going to. You can say how long you want it to run for. So it could be 3 days, it could be 7 days, it could be longer. And you can also determine like how much you want to put on per day on the booster post. So they are good for like post likes, comments, shares, raising brand awareness, but it's not quite as customizable as creating an advert from scratch, which is what I'll talk about now. So when you create an ad from scratch, it's called a meta ad. So when you're on your Facebook business page, you'll probably see down the left hand side you've got a menu, and you will see that there's something called Meta Business Suite. And that's where you need to go when you want to create a meta ad. So you'll go into the business suite and you'll create an advert from scratch on there. I am going to do one with you in the next tutorial. So we'll use my account and we'll create an advert together step by step so you can see how it's done through Meta Business Suite. So I won't go into too much detail on that now. We will cover that though in the next video. But yeah, so Meta Ads Manager, it's really good for sort of like customizing and targeting certain people. So if you've got a goal, you want to direct people to your website, you want to get more sales, more shop clicks, it's probably better to use a meta ad than a boosted post. Again, boosted post, good for brand awareness, good for getting more likes and comments and shares and everything on your page. But when you want like to achieve something specifically, like say buy more of your product, get more people onto your site, then I would probably say a meta ad is the better choice. Just a little bit on the back of what I just said about targeting certain people. I know I can go on a little bit and waffle, but hopefully it's all relevant and interesting. But just a little bit about how, we don't have a lot of budget, like I said, to spend. So we want to make sure we're getting to the right people. And there's something really interesting on Facebook targeting that you can do. And you can actually exclude existing customers and existing audience and visitors who've already interacted with your brand and your page. You can exclude them from seeing your advert. Not in a nasty way or anything like that. What it means is just that your budget then goes to people that have never seen your stuff before. So in a way, you're driving new people to your page by excluding the ones that are already interacting with you. So your new audience that you're trying to draw in, that's actually your cold traffic, they call it, which I didn't know this, I just found this out. And then the people who have already interacted with your brand and your page is your warm traffic. So what you want to ultimately do is getting more cold traffic onto your page and onto your site through your advert. One more thing about meta ads as well, you can always choose where you want the advert to go. So you can put it on Facebook, you put it on Instagram, you can put it in Messenger. I don't know if you've seen when you log on to Messenger and you look at your messages, like sometimes I'm looking at them like, who's that from? And it's actually an advert that's popped up in between my messages. So it's a paid post a paid advert that somebody's put out on there, and Facebook have delivered it to me thinking that that's something that I'd be interested in. A bit like these sleep patches that came up on mine not too long ago, and it promised that your child would sleep through the night with these herbal patches. So I ordered one because obviously Facebook know what I'm Googling all the time, how to get your child to sleep. I ordered them, tried them out, didn't work at all. But I was a good target customer for them because they know what it is I'm looking at. And they actually directed that advert to me through my messages, so I saw it, and ultimately I bought the product as well. So meta ads allow you to have more advanced targeting with your customers. You can find out certain interests and behaviours, and you can actually target your advert to come up on those people's feeds. It's quite clever. And also, you've just got more advanced tools. You've got things like you can have call to action buttons like shop now, click here, sign up. So you're directing them somewhere rather than just asking them to like, comment or share a post. So you're going to probably get more results using a meta ad rather than you would do a boosted post. But I'm going to try that out later on in the week, and we're going to see how it goes. But that is the difference between a boosted post and a meta ad. So just a little bit about Facebook's interest targeting feature. So this is on the meta ads, which you'll access through your Meta Business Suite. And basically it's just a way of getting your audience refined, because you want to get your advert in front of the right people. As small businesses, we haven't got a large budget to work with. It's not like we're a massive brand that can just throw all millions of pounds out on adverts and just hope the right people see it. You know, I don't know about you, but I can't afford to do that. So I have to narrow it down to the people who I think are going to respond best to my advert. And you can do this with the interest targeting tool, because it's great. You can select their interests, you can select, you know, their gender, you can select how many kids they have. If you say you've got a children's product, you know, and you want to reach mums, or you want to reach dads, you want to reach schools, whatever, you can actually target it down to what age kids the parents may have, the locality, all kinds of things. There's literally thousands of things. So that helps make it a lot easier to reach the right people, so using that tool. And also keywords, it helps you find keywords. So if you have a look at your target audience, and know I keep banging on about it, but it's so important, have a look at who they are and what sort of things they might type in Google. What are they interested in? What are they looking at? You know, if you've got a child's activity that you're trying to sell, again, parents, what are they going to look at in Google? They're going to look at ways to entertain your children, you know, children's activities, these sort of keywords that you can Google and try and get a list together that relate to your niche. So yeah, it's really helpful to sort of narrow it down without keeping it so niche. You want to make it broad as well, if that makes sense, so that you're not completely excluding certain groups of people. But it is really important to make it, you know, as streamlined as you can, to make sure that you're getting your advert to the right people. So the last thing we're going to talk about in this part of the video is how to create a good advert. I'm going to do it before the sun comes through the window and blinds me, because I'm starting to squint a little bit and it's not a good look. So first thing you need to do, you need to know your goal. So what is it you're trying to achieve from your advert? Are you trying to sell a product? Are you trying to just gain some visibility? Are you trying to gain credibility? Perhaps you've won an award and you want to let people know about it, so you can get some trust going for your business and your business reputation. So that's the first thing you need to determine. What is your goal? The second one, you need to identify your audience. I know I keep going on about it. It's really important in order to get your message to the right people. So you need to look at, you know, who are they? What are they interested in? The sorts of people that you want to be targeting, because Facebook, when you create your advert, is going to ask you that information. You want to choose just one product or service to advertise. You don't want to confuse people. So you want to make sure that you're focusing on just one thing. So perhaps you've just launched a new jewellery line and you want to promote it. So, you know, when you do your advert, you want to stick to just that jewellery line that you're advertising, and, you know, obviously forget about the rest of it. They will find that naturally through the website if that's where they end up. And you want to choose your media, so you want to choose an image, or you can actually choose multiple images on the meta ads format as well. So you might have like a little carousel of images going, or a video, whatever you choose. I've not done an advert with a video yet. Maybe that's something I should try as well. But I'm going to do a carousel advert on the tutorial we do next, which is going to be like a series of multiple images that they can scroll through. Then you need to write your headline. So you need to make it short. You need to make it catchy. It's got to be something that they're going to make them want to click on to go through from your advert onto wherever it is you're sending them to. It's got to be relevant. So we're going to go into that a little bit more when I do mine as well. So I'll show you what I'm using for my headline, which I still haven't thought up yet. It's driving me crazy, but I will do. And then I will share how I've done it with you. And then you want to write your copy, which is basically the text and the main body of the advert. Now, I always thought this had to be quite long, quite detailed, contain everything that you need to know, but actually it's quite the opposite. It's got to be something like a maximum of 90 characters, which is not that much at all. And then what you want to do is have, basically within that copy, you've got to have a strong hook that is going to drag people in, and it's going to make them, like in the first line, go, oh God, what's that? I want to click on it and find out what it is. You can add a call to action button at this point. You want to make sure you tell them where to go. So, you know, shop now, learn more, like I said, sign up, book me, whatever you want. And you've got to make sure that your advert goes to something called a landing page, which is where you want them to end up, where you want them to land on. So if you're selling, you know, your jewellery range, your landing page would be that particular product or that line of product that they land on when they click through to the link, so they're ready to buy. You've got to get it right in front of them so that they're ready to buy as soon as they click on it. So I think really the take-home message from what creates a good advert is you've got to make them care. I read something and it literally just said those three words: "Make me care." I read something about what makes an effective Facebook advert, so that stuck in my mind. So try and get it stuck in yours as well whenever you're writing your copy for your Facebook advert. Make people care. Now, everything that I just talked about, tips for creating a good advert, I'm actually going to be doing in a lot more detail, and I'm going to be putting it together in like a free template, which I'll be sending out on my email newsletter. So if you've not already subscribed to receive that, it's totally free, and you can get on my email list I put the link in the text below on my Facebook post, so you can sign up for the email newsletter. I'm going to be putting together like a really comprehensive guide on how to make a good advert on Facebook. So yeah, if you haven't already signed up, pop your name down, it'll come through to me. I'll be launching the newsletter probably around the beginning of next month. I'm hoping for the first week in November. So yeah, there'll be a different topic every week, and one of those topics will be how to write a good Facebook advert. So it's definitely worth signing up, and you'll find out a little bit more detail on how to do each of those things that I just talked about. So that's it for part one of this video tutorial. I'm going to be filming part two probably midweek, so I'll hopefully have it out towards the end of the week, and that will be me actually putting the advert together, a step-by-step guide. I'll be doing that through my own Vintage Trees Facebook page, so you'll get to see me build an advert from scratch based on some of the things that we talked about, so you'll see it in practice and how you actually do it. So hopefully that will help you a lot more, but in the meantime, watch this video, make notes, get yourself ready, and then you can see how it's done. So hopefully, if it's something that you want to try, you'll have the confidence to give it a go, and maybe choose one of your Christmas products or something with Christmas coming out. But yeah, so that's all for now. I'm going to get on to making the next video, I think, while I'm on a roll. And then I can try and get it out to you as soon as possible following this one. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, and I'll put the link below to my email newsletter if anybody wants to sign up as well to receive that. That'll be starting next month, and it'll have loads of free information in, including lots on how to make a good Facebook advert. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.